What's going on, my people? It is a 3:02 a.m. on a Saturday morning, man. We are headed to work right now. This morning, we're going to have a little truckers debate. There's going to be a lot of people that's catching this on the replay also, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's at work right now. And shout out to everybody that's going to work. Um, Hope you guys have a good day. Either way. Shout out to everybody that's not working right now. You know what I'm saying? And I've been kicking back and I've been watching a lot of people talk. I've been watching a lot of news. I've been watching a lot of YouTube and D Train was popping and I've been listening a lot about Deon this, Deon that, all type of Deon this, right? And after analyzing, after reading up how Deon was actually treated in Jackson, Mississippi, over there. And then like me put myself in the mix, meaning that I want to ask everybody a question, right? Even everybody that catches on the replay, right? When you go to a job, right? And because at the end of the day, coaching is a job, right? We know it's a passion. You got to have a passion for it. You got to have a love for it. You got to have a love for the kids. But at the end of the day, it's a job. And when you're in the work field, fellas, ladies and gents, one thing you should try to do is elevate. You know what I mean? Not everybody is gonna want to elevate, man. Some people are just stuck at the position that they're at. They're comfortable. But you got people out there, man. They just don't get comfortable, man. They want to reach the top, and they want to reach the top right now. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, Dion did it the right way. Now, he might said some things while he was at Jackson State. He could have said it different, but at the end of the day, he did not lie to the kids. He was upfront about all the offers he had on the table, and he was upfront with the kids when he decided to take the position as a head coach for Colorado. He was upfront about it. You know, it wasn't like some coaches. You have plenty of coaches back in the days that they just straight up lied and they just moved on. Nick Saban being one of them. I don't know if you guys can remember that, but yeah, it would be great if he could have stayed in the HBCU and you know what I'm saying, and have a long term effect in that program. That'd be great. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't blame the man for moving up. You can't blame the man for wanting to make more money, and you can't blame the man for wanting to go to a Power Five school. Because at the end of the day, I think a coach's goal in college football is to go after that championship, and the only way you can do it, and I'm talking about that big championship. I'm talking about D1. I'm not talking about all the other divisions. I'm talking about D1, man. And in my opinion, he did it the right way. Now you have a lot of people, man, especially when I say people, I mean our people. You guys know what I mean when I say our people. Instead of congratulating, instead of congratulating, our people is quick to hate. You know what I mean? And that's just what we do, man. We say things about each other, we criticize each other, put each other down. We don't lift each other up. And I can't be like that, man. I gotta give respect where respect is due. We got D Train in the building, we got True Life in the building. True Life said he did everything he was supposed to do and everything he said he would do. Exactly. Say HBCU now have the spotlight on them. You just have to stand behind them. Yeah, you're right. And at the end of the day, one of the major things that he did, and people's not even looking at that, one of the major things that Deoin did, he basically gave them a blueprint, right? Gave them a blueprint to success. Now, a lot of people might look at the blueprint the wrong way, meaning that they probably think they can use any ex-athlete and throw in school and it's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work like that. Deoin actually had some coaching experience. You gotta have coaching experience. You gotta have love for the kids. Um, you gotta love what you do, man. It's not easy to coach, guys. You know what I'm saying? And he basically gave them a blueprint. So if there's any ex-athlete out there with any type of these experiences, if they get into HBCU, maybe that's their path to D1. So this could be a new thing. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, let's just be real. We can't. These schools can't compete with a D1. And if you want me to sit here and list why some of these schools cannot compete with a D1, like we gonna be here all day. The only thing, I can say one thing. Just look at Colorado facility versus Jackson State facility. You know what I'm saying? So what Colorado State is getting? Colorado State is getting a coach with a brilliant recruiting mindset that's way ahead of every single coaches right now. First of all, you have some coaches out there that they don't want no nobody videoing them and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Deoin is a recruiting genius. He got people videoing all the time, and his own son is his personal video man. I forgot the name of that son, man. Yeah, that junior. Yeah, is Deoin Jr. That's his that's who does most of the video. His YouTube channel name is Well Off Media. And let me ask you guys a question, right? You say, yeah, right now. Hey, True Life, right now, I would bet on that game too. Right now, with the current team that Colorado has and the current team that Jackson State have, yeah, Jackson State will blow them out, man. It wouldn't even be close. Colorado been irrelevant for years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like happy that Deoin went the route of a team like that, where when a team like that comes back, you got a lot more to feel proud of versus taking over a team that's already big, taking over a team that is already prominent. You know what I'm saying? You're taking over a team that went 1-11, and you get to put your blueprint all over that. Like, who would not want that job? Like, with all that money, and if you win 2 games next year, you improved. I jump all over that job, man. You see that facility? And I heard, man, people that been out there to Boulder, and I'm not talking about just stuff I seen on TV, stuff I seen on the internet, stuff I seen on YouTube. I talked to people that been out there. They told me that place is beautiful, man. You can pretty much see over the Rockies, stuff like that. They tell me it's a beautiful scenery, man. So you know what I mean. And one thing I can tell you, now that Deoin got that position at head coach out there, this is where the devil gonna use all his people, man, that try to do things and say things and bring up old things to try to put him down. I even see something old on the internet. The thing is like 10 to 15 years old, almost 20 years old, of Deoin and his wife getting in a fight and all type of craziness. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, why are they bringing this up now? You know what I'm saying? The devil got his people at work, man. You know what I'm saying? So Deoin just got to keep on doing what he doing. Devil got his people working, because you got to understand, the devil is different from God. God can be everywhere at once, but not the devil. The devil needs some type of assist. But that's what HBCU needs, and they should play a lower level Power Five just to show the world they can compete. Yeah, they need to. I think that where they should mix it up, they should mix it up in the bowl game every now and then. Um, but I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think yeah, maybe Jackson State could beat Colorado, but it's hard for HBCU to keep up with a Power Five school, man. A Power Five school, they just have too much team, man, and you're forgetting the key thing, man, in sports, in football. The key thing in football, man, is a O line and a D line. It starts in the trenches, right? And man, you ever look at the difference between some of the Power Five O line and D line, and then you look at the size of an HBCU O line and D line, man. It's a big difference, man. It is a big difference. If you never seen a difference, man, just click on the just go on YouTube, man, and look up two teams, man. Pull up any HBCU team and just look at their O line, and pull up any Power Five school. Pull up Arkansas. Look at their O line versus any school in the HBCU. Like, it is a huge difference, man. You know what I'm saying? These Power Five schools, man, they got the money to feed these kids. Like, these kids are eating everything, man. These some big boys up front, man. And it all starts in the trenches, guys. You know what I'm saying? You could have the best running back in the world, but where's he gonna run if your O line ain't ready and you're going up against a D line that's just big out this world, man? You know what I mean? Yeah, Hurricane played Cookman. I think they got that ongoing. I think they got a How long they been playing each other? I think they've been playing each other a while now. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Maybe the Miami Hurricanes should only play HBCUs because they ain't doing a damn thing, man. Maybe let me. Hey, the Miami Hurricanes. Maybe they should consider playing some high schools. Maybe they should put IMG on the schedule. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes IMG get really bored. IMG beat a school this year, like I think it was 80 to something or 90 to something. You know what I mean? Maybe the Hurricane need to schedule IMG. Maybe they need to schedule Bethune-Cookman High School, Lakeland, um St. Thomas. You know all the powerhouses in Florida, all the powerhouses out there in California. Maybe they want to consider scheduling some high school teams. Hey, because they can't beat no college team no more. They cannot beat a real college team no more. You know what I mean? Maybe the Hurricane want to consider scheduling a volleyball team, man. They'll start having a good record again. Say, look at the training facility. Jackson only have one rack of weights. That is crazy. Oh, they played a school from Canada. Man, it is crazy. I was reading up something on IMG yesterday, right? And basically, they said that because I didn't know this until yesterday. IMG is basically they cannot they cannot go to no type of high school playoffs, so therefore they'll never have a championship. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think that school is gonna keep it that way. I don't think they're gonna try to join no conferences or nothing like that, or join the high school association, because the way they do it, man, it's basically a cheat code, because for kids that's going straight to college, it's basically junior college if you really look at it, because the kids basically go there in the daytime. They wake up, they practice, think about football, and they do most of their high schooling online. They have a lot of online class, and they live on campus. It's a crazy school, man. Anybody that do their research on that school, like if you have a kid in high school, man, and you want them to get to the NFL, that's the high school you need to send them to, man. It's a football factory right now. I heard last year they put 15 kids in D1. 15 kids, guys. Like, let that sink in your mind for a second. And I might be low on the number, but they put 15 kids in D1 last year. Or maybe, you know what? Let me back up. Let me say what I want to say. I'm trying to think where I got that number from. Okay, my bad. Last year in the college football playoffs, Big O, so what's going on? In the college football playoffs last year, IMG Academy had 15 kids playing in the college football playoff last year. Let that sink in your mind for a second. One high school, 15 kids, 4 teams. If you don't think that's crazy, if you don't think for once that team can beat the Miami Hurricanes right now, I don't know what to say, man. I think the Miami Hurricane program is done. And I'm sitting here talking, man, and it's actually a program that I like. You know what I'm saying? That's actually the team that I root for. It's actually my team. But enough is enough. I'm gonna do the right thing, man. I'm gonna order me some Colorado gear today. I ain't gonna do that. I can't jump on that bandwagon. But enough's enough, man. Enough's enough with the Hurricanes, man. Like enough is enough. Coach after coaches, players after players, quarterbacks after quarterbacks. Enough is enough. And they should have seen this coming a long time ago. Like kids nowadays, man, they want the difference, man. They want to be in a nice facility. They want to be in a program that loves football, backs football. They want an AD that backs football, loves football, a president that's behind them. You know what I mean? Because you got some presidents, some high school, man, that they don't like football, and they make it a terrible experiences for some of these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Kids nowadays they want to go to a football school, football program, man. That's why you have Alabama. They come to Florida, they get who they want. Clemson come to Florida, they get what they want. Ohio State come to Florida, they basically get who they want. And basically, like Miami, they got to get a bunch of the 2-star, 3-star players. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with a 3-star player, but Michigan come down here, they get what they want. Exactly, man. If these kids were getting paid again, if these kids were getting paid like back in the days, let me tell you what could bring Miami back, right? Because I was thinking about this, right? And this could also bring FSU back, even though I think FSU is semi back. All right, with FSU, let me start with FSU, right? With FSU, it's just bad timing. FSU should have got Deoin, right? But it's just bad timing. Like the coach that they got, he ended up doing really good this year. So it ain't no way you make that change. It's just bad timing for them. But if they would have got Deoin, his school, Florida, Fort Myers, I think Deion's from Fort Myers or something like that. Come on, man. That's enough. That's enough to be sold on recruiting right there. So what I think needs to happen with Miami, man, they need enough of these old washed up coaches, man. Enough of these old washed up coaches. Miami need a coach similar to Deoin, a little younger and a little like recently connected from the NFL, like recently left the NFL. They need a coach like that. I don't know if Ed Reed can coach, but they need a coach somewhat like that, right? Who kids actually can turn on the internet if they didn't see these guys play. Oh, Ed Reed is on the staff. I didn't even know that. But they need coach where they can turn on the internet, or they can identify themselves with these coaches. Because coaching college, man, it's all about recruiting. It's all about recruiting, man, at the end of the day. And sometimes, man, I'm still like confused on how Nick Saban gets so much players. I know he must have a good recruiting staff because I don't know, man. He just look like a dude. If I was a high school stud, then I would not want to play for him. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, there's a lot of kids out there right now. They would play for Deion Sanders, man. Now, me personally, I wouldn't play for Deion Sanders, and that's just me, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, even though I'm here back in Deion, that he did the right thing by moving up, everybody should want a promotion in the work field. Everybody want that promotion. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't like the way Deion talked to them kids, man. When he would meet the players at Colorado, that's just me, man. And I know them kids are young adults, but to translate how he talked to them kids, man, basically he straight up told them, man, yo, if you guys are trash, I really don't want to see y'all next year. Like basically telling them, man, if you guys are trash, just get off my team. And he basically told them, yo, I'm bringing a couple of my players, and they're gonna start. You can compete, but they should start over you. It ain't nothing wrong with saying that. Sometimes it's just the way you say things, man. And that might be the thing that rub people the wrong way with him sometimes. But what I respect about him, though, even though I don't personally like that, what I respect about him, I respect the fact that he don't change for nobody. Stay true to himself, and I respect the fact that he just that's who he is, man. You know what I mean? You said the room look like, yeah, that room do look kind of, man. I was looking at that room. I was like, damn, that's a football team. I'm like, these kids, they got that big facility. I'm like, none of these boys is used in hitting the weight room. Like, I didn't get that facility either, man. But I ain't gonna lie, I felt bad for them boys, man. You know what I mean? Where they gonna go play at now? guy that was at on scholarship. Is one kid I really felt bad for, man. I read the story. He was originally recruited by Colorado, and I think Deoin pulled his scholarship, man. I don't know how true this is. Allegedly, that's what I read. I can't prove it, but in the story it said Deoin pulled the kid's scholarship, man. He was a 3-star player, and I'm gonna be honest. If things like that is happening, me personally, I I don't respect that. But I mean, who am I? I don't know how all of that works. Um, I don't know the timing on that. Like, but yeah, kid got his scholarship pulled. We got 3 people up in the building, man. We were talking about some Deion Sanders today, man. What's your opinion, man? Do you guys think Deion did the right thing? Or do you guys think Deion Sanders should have stayed at the HBCU and continued to do what he was doing and try to build a legacy and try to be like Eddie Robinson and win a whole bunch of games and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? In life, I believe in elevation, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe everybody should try to move up, promotion, man. You know what I mean? It's not right. It's not wrong to try to get ahead. It's not wrong to try to get that extra bread, man. You know what I'm saying? People should want to reach the top. You know what I mean? If you're doing something, man, you should try to do your best at it. And if you're at a job that max out on what they can offer you as far as pay, then at the end of the day, you should not stay. And that's just my belief. You know what I mean? That's basically what I do. I do my YouTube channel, man. I be trying to tell food service drivers, if you guys don't think that your job is paying you the right way, um there's other companies out there, guys. You know what I mean? Don't just settle. You know what I mean? Do not settle. Do not be a settler. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop getting pocket abused by some of these companies, man, that's basically using you guys out there. You know what I mean? You got a lot of guys out there that I meet, man, that they be running all type of cases, and we talk about the money, man, and when we talk about the money, it's funny when they talk about the money, man. 'Cause what some of these guys making, man, is a joke. Elevation, guys. All of us should want to elevate. All of us should want to get ahead. All of us should want to make that bread. And that's just my opinion when it comes to that. I think them schools only get so many scholarships, so Prime probably had to use some of for the kids he interested. Yeah, yeah. Each year, kids get a certain amount of scholarship. You right on that. I mean, schools get a certain amount of scholarship. But you got a lot of them kids that, man, they just Hey, they just love them schools, man, and they end up paying their own way to go to those type of schools. End up trying to be walk-ons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting season, man. I'm pretty sure every single school that they play is gonna try to beat their heads in. He ain't gonna beat no Alabama, that's for sure. Not this year. He ain't gonna beat no Clemson, and he ain't gonna beat no LSU. At the end of the day, the way I look at it, me just looking at it now, you're still Colorado. You get what I'm saying? I know you're Power Five now, but you're still irrelevant. I'm not hating now. Now I'm just keeping it real, right? Me knowing the state of college football right now, Colorado has been irrelevant for years. So maybe that this is probably a good move for Deoin to try to actually. He's actually going to be working. He got to work. That school need a lot of work. I think the last time Colorado been relevant was in the '90s. It's been years upon years, guys. So it's not like Colorado is a juggernaut of a school. Like, it's a tough task, man. You know what I'm saying, fella? This is a tough task. This is just like trying to turn a stripper into a housewife in a week. That's hard. It could be done, but I don't want to be up for that challenge, guys. Oh, you don't think he wanted to compete with them teams every year? Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, them schools are always going to be the top dogs. Like Georgia, Georgia get what the hell they want, man. They get what they want from Georgia. They get what they want from Florida. They get what they want from Alabama. Georgia just get anything they want. And if you're a kid in high school right now and you play defense, if you want to go to the NFL, Georgia is where you go. Like that blueprint been written for years. That team had like the top defense for the past couple of years, man. They're past Alabama now. But at the end of the day, I think me personally, I think Nick Saban's style of coaching is pretty much coming to an end pretty soon. That's just my opinion, guys. I don't think you can just talk to these kids any way you think and get away with it, man. I'm at work, guys. I'll let y'all, man. Y'all have a good day out there.